Welcome to pillar 4 of our 6 pillars to 6 figures. Now, with pillar 4, we're really going to be talking about calling in a high caliber client. I get asked this, well, if I got £1 for every time I got asked, Tash, how do you call in a more high caliber client? I'd be a gazillionaire, right? Just put it that way. So I know a thing or two when it comes into calling in those dreamy ideal clients, those type of clients that send you that DM that literally makes your soul on fire, like your heart flutters. You're like, yes, I get to serve this incredible powerhouse. That is what I'm talking about, high caliber. I just want to caveat this by saying high caliber doesn't always mean high ticket, okay? You can have a high caliber client that just because they're not paying 15 grand to work with you doesn't make them a high caliber client. I really want you to get focused and kind of go back to the previous pillar when I speak about who it is that you really want to be speaking to. Because you could be really good at what it is that you do, but it's not actually setting your soul on fire talking about what it is that you do, because you're calling in ideal clients that are not really ideal clients. You're filling your offers, but you're not filling your freaking soul. And the whole point of this business was to be working with who you want to truly be working with. So welcome to calling in ideal, high caliber type of clients. Now the first thing, hello everyone that is joining. The first thing I want to say when it comes to calling in high caliber clients, and this is probably the most important thing before I even go into like the other tips, is you need to be a high caliber client yourself. If you want to be working with go-getting powerhouses that are ambitious, when they know they go, they make the investments, they pay in full, they stick to their contracts, you also need to be reflecting that. Because when we think about this on an energetic field, like attracts like. If you are someone that's sitting there going, oh, I'm not sure about this investment, how the hell do you expect to call someone in that's going to go straight into your DMs going, give me the link, I'm ready to pay in full? Okay, you're saying you want to attract that, but you don't even know how to embody that yourself. If you're saying you want somebody that takes action, that's really ambitious, understands and really values mentorship, do you? Because you're selling this long-term mentorship and you're like, Tash, why is no one joining my mastermind? Why is no one joining, or X amount of people are only joining my membership? Then I would say to you, why are you reflecting that type of client you're calling in? Is it the self-doubt? Is it that maybe you don't feel aligned to the type of caliber of client you want to be helping? Maybe who it is that you want to be calling in, maybe you haven't mastered that part yet. And I know that might be a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but I'm saying this absolutely with love so that you can understand that is where there's a disalignment. So it's, for example, for me, I wasn't teaching people how to get to 6 figures in business before I was making 6 figures myself. How would I know to teach people that if I hadn't actually done it myself? How could I teach subconscious scripting, which is what I do, if I actually hadn't mastered that? How can I shift someone else's subconscious mind if I can't even shift my own? It doesn't make sense. How can I say, listen, RRT is incredible, but I'm not actually studying it. I'm not actually doing it myself or had it done to me. It's out of alignment. So if you're finding there's a little bit of a rub, if you're feeling that the type of client I really want to be working with, I'm not calling in, then let's look at why it is that could be happening for you. So first and foremost, you need to become the type of client that you want to be calling in. Are you? Are you somebody that you want to be working with a leader? Are you showing up as a leader? Because when I think about, I actually got asked this question the other day, when I think about the most dreamiest clients that I've worked with, when I think about my one-on-one packages, there's no sales objections. There's no him and hiring. The type of clients that I bring in when they know they go. So they're in my DMs, they've already done all the back work, they've binged my content, they've had a look at all my link trees, they've looked at the different offers I'm doing, then they're straight into my DMs saying, right, I want to work with you one-on-one. What does that look like? Okay, guess what? I'm that ideal client. I'm that leader. You've got to think about someone as a high caliber of a client wants a leader. They want someone that's working themselves. And when I say leader, you do not have to be perfect. You have just got to own where you are and be able to lead your audience, lead your community. Yeah, it means taking risk. Welcome to business. It means doing things that are uncomfortable, facing challenges head on. It doesn't mean hiding for the mountains when things get wrong. No, it doesn't. And also you've got to think about, I truly believe in vulnerability and I believe in sharing the whole process, the whole journey. So the clients that come to work with me are not expecting a perfect masterpiece. I'm like, girl, we're doing this together. There's the whole point of having mentorship so that you can kind of really thrive together and bounce ideas off each other and have a sounding board and have accountability. That's how you create the most incredible results. So what I want you to think about is when you are writing your messaging, when you are speaking directly to that ideal client, I want you to stay so focused on their identity, who it is that you actually want to be calling in. When you think about her identity, what comes up for you? I say her because that's obviously my ideal client, you. When you think about your ideal client, think about their current identity and what their desired identity is. Because their current identity is the reason why they're experiencing the things they do and why they need your help. Then I want you to stay so focused on the desired outcome, that transformation. Because that's what she wants to buy into. She understands where she is right now. She understands the problems. She understands she's solution-based, so she wants to find the answers. Where I want you to be speaking to and how you're going to call those in. So don't, you know that mantra, I don't chase, I attract. That is the mantra I want you around your head. You do not need to be sending cold DMs out. You do not need to be hounding people. Like, you don't need to be doing that. If you really understand these 6 pillars and master these 6 pillars, which we can do together in my one-on-one coaching packages, when you really master this, you will call in the dreamy ideal clients. And it won't be like a, oh my God moment. It'll be like, well, of course this was meant to happen. So instead of looking at where she is right now, I want you to really look at you standing out as that influential leader, you calling in. So you're not saying, oh, right now you're struggling with this. You're going, this is for you because you're a business leader who wants to scale your business without sacrifice. Boom. You are calling in that high caliber client that is like, that is me. I am a leader. I want to stand out. I want to scale my business. So can you see, you're calling, it's like you're a magnet, you're attracting that caliber client come to you. When we think about a high caliber client, I want you to think about highlighting the tangible, the high impact results. That is what she cares about. She cares about the specificity. She cares about the outcome focused language that you are using. I want you to convey the clear results that your clients achieve. Because that is what your high caliber client wants to hear. She wants to hear that outcome. She wants to hear the incredible results that you have already got your clients. So you should be shouting from the rooftop. And if you're not sharing your social wins, if you're not sharing your client's journey of maybe she got into a session with you and she was feeling like this and at the end of the session she felt like this, your girl needs to hear that. She wants to see that. She wants to see the example of, imagine increasing your client conversion rate by 40% in the next 3 months while reducing the amount of time you spend on your business. Because that is what's possible for when you're implementing the high converting strategy or whatever it is that you actually sell. When you get it, it works for you. Instantly, I'm on. My ears are pricked up. I'm like, oh. Thinking about that high caliber client, she cares about that. The tangibility of it. She will care about the specificity of it, whether it's, you could increase your conversion rate by 40%. You could double your sales in 3 months. You could fill in the blank, okay? That is what she cares about. She is not interested in the module. She's not interested in how many calls. Like, I have got clients that don't even take all their monthly calls that they get with me. Just having me in Voxer, knowing they've got that support and that accountability, you will find when you work with those more dream-aligned clients, they are less hand-holding of you. They are less, what would be the word? Needy, right? And I say that because I was that client. I was that somebody when I first started my early stage of business, very needy, very like, save me. I need to save my clients. I need to make more money. I need to. Like, I was very much in that. So of course, I would have been attracted to someone that was saying, I can save you. Maybe not in those words, but like, I can do this. You're frustrated. You're this. I'm literally giving me a magnet to someone because I'm like, oh, that coach can save me. Whereas when you think about calling a high caliber client that I am now, when they're talking high level, when they're talking about the goals, dreams and aspirations that I want to get to, that is what's calling me, because they're calling me up to rise. You need to call your audience up to rise, to become that high caliber client. You can't say you don't want to handhold your clients, yet you're still saying yeses to handholding clients. You can't say that you want someone that's really self-led when you're kind of in there going, oh, do you need my help? And it's not an alignment, right? So you really want to be getting clear on speaking, your messaging, you showing up live, your copy, and what it is that you're writing, whether it be your emails, your posts, your vlogs, your blogs. All of this is about you really making sure, and at first it's going to feel a little bit, you're gonna have to be very conscious of your messaging. You're gonna be very conscious of the words that you're saying. Now I can literally riff. That's because I've programmed my mind so much with the strategy that works and that calls in my ideal clients. But at first it might feel a little bit icky. It might feel a bit like, oh, kind of, this feels a bit, yeah, that's okay. Okay, it's just a habit that we need to get. So another thing I want you to think about is having confidence-driven language. You, girl, need to step into that authority. Nobody is going to pay you high ticket prices to come and work with you in your containers if they actually don't even see you as that leader. If they don't see you as authority, if they are just seeing you as that their bestie. Oh, that was amazing. That was good. That's great. It gives you likes, it gives you comments, and it gives you followers. Does it give you paying clients that are like your dreamy ideal clients? No. So I want you to think about, stop with the casual kind of language, the fluffiness, and really think about what I teach my one-on-one clients is magnetic messaging. This is just literally like a magnet to bring in high caliber clients that are confident and they are wanting to position themselves as that leader. So they're seeing me as that mirror. They're looking, going, oh wow, that's kind of where I want to get to. Tash is my coach. She's the coach of me that wants to help me to get there. So I want you to really be shouting confidently, not like a fake it to make it, confidently about your wins. Do not tell me, oh, well, I haven't had that most incredible wins. Like, are you waiting until you hit 20, 30K months before you then start shouting about your business? Because you absolutely shouldn't. Like, it doesn't, you've got to think about the client that you want to be calling in. Yes, of course, that's incredible. And that might be one of her goals that she wants to get to. But already where you are, the transformation that you have already created in yourself, the transformations you're already having with your clients now is exactly why they want to work with you. So stop waiting until the big milestone. Stop waiting until you get the book deal or your podcast is top 10. Like, you need to be your own biggest fan right now. So you need to confidently say, I helped over 50 business owners increase their revenue by at least 30% within 6 months because I know what it takes to make sales seamless. You need to own that. And this is interchangeable. Think about whatever it is your niche is, whatever it is the industry you're in. I help people that are in the fitness, the health industry, coaches, service providers, content creators, like you name it. I've helped my clients in those different fields and industries. Okay, so there isn't an industry that's not online that I can't help you with. Because when we think about the business structure, what it is, when I talk about selling, the structure is the same, what I'm going to teach you. It's just interchangeable to who your ideal client is, who you want to be calling in. Okay. Another thing, when we think about the high caliber client, they like commitment and they like to be exclusive. So when I think about high caliber clients, offering them the value for them that makes them feel this is a great investment. This is like, I feel like this is tons of value. You want to be thinking about what makes what it is that you do different. What makes it exclusive? What makes it? Is it the fact that you tailor your packages and they're very premium to your bespoke clients? Let them know that you work with those types of clients. Let them know what actually being exclusive will mean. What does it mean to have a long-term commitment with you? Show me evidence of other clients that are having long-term commitments with you. Whether that's someone's just re-signed with you to work for another 6 months. That's social proof. It's like, wow, she's obviously really good at what she does because her clients now want to continue working with her. Whether that's they joined your membership and they've gone from paying monthly to paying full because they're like, wow, this is such great value. Maybe they've, some examples that I would do is I would share someone maybe booking a subconscious shifting session and then wanting to inquire about working with you one-on-one. Even if they don't actually then take that offer of one-on-one, I'm still going to share that because I'm sharing that they had such a great experience with a subconscious shifting session. The RRT was just incredible for them. They want to inquire what that next step is for them. So think about how this can work kind of in your business, how this can work with the clients that you're working. What social proof can you keep sharing? And something I teach my clients is you can interchange this. So I could be talking about an example of how my client went from 5K months to 5K weeks. I could then also, in another piece of content, talk about how my client doubled her income. And it could be the same client. I could be talking about how my client went from these types of limiting beliefs to this new subconscious belief that she had. So you can have one example of a great testimonial and then put it into little bites and chunks so that you're giving your audience a little bit more layers. Because the way we buy now is very, very different to the way we used to buy. Pre kind of COVID, we buy very, very differently. You need to be making sure you're speaking to that. You're attracting to that, okay? So you sharing something once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, or Tash, I've already shared that on this platform. And I'm like, yeah, keep sharing. Keep sharing. And the way you change it up can be very, very different. I can be talking about a client testimonial that's recorded on my podcast and then reshift it into an email, reshift it into a post, reshift it into a reel and a TikTok video and a story. Boom, bada, boom, bada, bing, right? Repetition is absolutely key. And if you're second guessing yourself going, oh, I think I sell too much, or I think that they've heard enough about this particular offer, then I would say sell more. Then I would say you've got a subconscious belief that we need to shift around this. Because if you want to be calling a high caliber client, girl, you need to have a high caliber subconscious mind to match that. The reason your audience want to come into your world is because of how you are showing up. And you have to stand into that CEO badass version of yourself, that person that does attract that person that stands behind the results they've got, the person that can actually back it with confidence, not just like, oh, I think so. It's like confidence. I know I can shift your subconscious belief. Come, book a subconscious shifting session. Like I know in those 90 minutes, we will make a freaking shift. I know when my clients come to work with me for 3 months, we will create content that converts. You're now your magnetic messaging. You will double your sales. Like I know that. You do the work. Yeah, I can't say you don't, high caliber clients, they do the work. They're self-led, they show up. They've come to my sessions and they've already got a list of questions. They are very concise in their voice notes. They know what they want and they see setbacks and challenges not as like, oh, woe is me. They're like, brilliant. They're feeling the resistance and they're like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I know I'm onto something right now. I know because I'm feeling so much resistance right now, I know I'm on the edge of this breakthrough. This quantum leap's freaking coming, right? Another thing, when we're thinking about speaking to idle clients and we're speaking about calling in that high caliber client, and I think this is something that you're forgetting, is that we are people, we are humans, and we want that connection. And something when I always think about, why do I work with the coaches that I've worked with? And for me, I fall in love with the human. To me, yeah, of course, like it's great to see their social proof and how much money they've made and blah, blah, blah. But that isn't why I work with a coach. To me, it's more about what they show. It's not so much what they say, like strategically. It's more about how they show the human side to them. I want to hear about challenges. I will 1,000,000% work with a coach more that talks about the fact she's experienced challenges and that things are not perfect and, business can be tough at times, and this is how I navigate through, and I've had to shift up my messaging, I've had to shift and pivot this. I love that. I'm like, oh, show me more human, because to me, that builds my connection, because you're not trying to be this perfect influencer or this, I just do everything amazing, and like, no, I don't want to hire a robot. I mean, hello, ChatGPT. We don't want that. We want a human. We want that connection. We want to feel seen and feel heard. So when I think about how you can show that to your audience, is I want you to express your why. I want you to express your passion. And sometimes we can get so in our strategic minds that we're just like, must say this in order to do this. And it's like, girl, what about why it is that you freaking do what you do? And something you'll hear about me talk about this I spoke about this for so long, and I will continue to speak about this, that 2022 was the worst year of my life. If you've been a subconscious coach, you know all the details as to why. It was a tough, rough year. I am not ashamed to share that. No way. I'm not going to be this coach to go, everything's just great. I'm always positive all of the time. No, your girl was on the floor. It was tough. But do you know what? And what I share from that is why I'm so passionate about subconscious shifting now. Because that has been the game changer for not just my business, not just my incredible client results, but who I am as a person. And I thank that time, because that is what led me to RRT. That is what led me to then finding and discovering and teaching and really immersing myself into finding my own craft, which is subconscious scripting. Finding my way into how to do strategy my own way with influencing and infusing the subconscious part. So I share that. So I want you to share your why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you want to work with these clients? What sets you alight? What's your purpose? Like, not just now purpose, but for me, I want to change millions of people's lives. And right now, I'm not near millions of people's lives. Like, I haven't hit that target. But I'm sharing with you my why and my passion and my purpose that goes way bigger than just the coaching packages that I create. That goes way bigger than just my membership or my offer suite or my magnetic messaging. It goes way beyond that. And I think when you're on a mission that's dedicated to so much more bigger than the day-to-day things you think about, that is when you're going to attract and match that type of client that also has that big vision and that also isn't scared to speak her truth and also wants to see someone go forward first and do it first and then show you, look what's possible. I was scared and I still done it, and look at the results that come from it. Okay? And also, to round things up, I want you to think about your call to actions, because if you're like, you know, doing those kind of generic traditional call to actions, like, you are going to lose your high caliber client. Like, she just doesn't, like, if you want to, no more mousy. I want you to step into that authoritative and be like, if you are done with the hustle and you want X results, like, own those results, that what it is that you give, then DM me the word ready and we can chat, right? So stop being so like fluffy and nicey nice and like, oh, if you would like to know, own it, and be really strong, authoritative, direct, and concise with your call to actions, okay? So then when somebody is reading your piece of content, when they're listening to what it is that you're talking about, that's then when you're giving them the next step. Don't just give incredible amounts of value and then be like, oh, that's it. I'm wondering why nobody signed up. Well, where's your call to action? And if you gave a call to action, that was just too fluffy. I want someone that is direct. I want someone that goes, you want these type of results? Then just DM me this word. I'm in those DMs. I'm in there like swimwear. Why? High caliber client. They are magnetizing me with their messaging. They're reflecting to me what can be achieved when you do this, this, and this. I want to learn this, this, and this. So like when I say to you, listen, if you are done with those subconscious beliefs that are literally like niggling you away, you're done with trying to like, oh, I'll just fake it till you make it. Like, you actually want to shift your subconscious mind, not just like watch the content and be like, oh, that was really nice, Tash. No. Like, you are a freaking action taker. Then DM me subconscious. Let's chat about taking one of my subconscious shifting sessions. 90 powerful minutes. Me, you, bring your limiting belief to my table. Bring your stuck limiting emotion to my table, and I will shift, clear, and melt that for you. Right? Do you think I'm calling aligned clients with that? Absolutely. That's why I get DMs saying subconscious. Because in my messaging, I'm speaking to you. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm not here saying I can do this and I can do this and I can, do this. I'm like, this is what I do and this is what I do well. And then I say, listen, if you really want to go even deeper with this work and you want to have a mentor that literally paves the way for you, you want to know what those simple soul strategies are to scale your business with infusing the subconscious work, so that you have a subconscious belief system that backs and supports your big goals and dreams and aspirations, then get into my DMs right now and let's DM me the word private and let's chat about working one-on-one together. Simple. I don't want to be having loads of conversations with people that are not ready. If you're not ready, that's cool. You can keep consuming my content, and when you feel ready, dive into my DMs. I want to see this more from you. I want to be going onto your content and being compelled to take that next step. So if you're saying, Tash, I really want to be calling in high caliber clients, then I want you to go back over this training, read it, listen to it, write notes, and then actually implement it, because nothing will change if you just listen to me and go, oh, you're in the car and you're just like, driving away. Nothing will change. Things will only change if you actually implement it. And guess what? If you want to get even more quicker freaking results, you know what to do. Dive straight into my DMs. I look forward to coming with Pillar 5, where we're going to be talking about creating daily sales. Hell freaking yeah.